This is our buckthorn remove and replace project here in Hampton Park. So all of that, most of the shrubbery that you see over here is all buckthorn. So 2 years ago we removed this small patch of it, and thanks to a very generous donation from the Elmdale School Parent Council, we were able to purchase shrubs and some trees to put in their place. Now you will notice that buckthorn is regrowing here. So this is some of the regrowth. So it's still fairly, virulent, but we come around, we'll take off the regrowth and we'll make sure none of it's coming up down below. We did put a lot of wood chips down here to suppress it, but you'll notice that it's coming up even right here at the base. But let's take a look at some of the native species that we have in here. So here, all these lovely red-stemmed ones are red osier dogwood, also known as green osier dogwood, because the stems do eventually turn more greenish at the base, but they're that lovely deep red color. And as you can see, we've already got some leaves starting to come out on these ones. We've got some, we have some trash. We want to pick that up, yuck. We have cedars, and these will sort of form a line in between this and the rest of the meadow. That is a black walnut tree, and black walnut sends out a chemical through its roots into the soil that basically dissuades other plants from growing beneath it. And so you can sort of see that nothing really does grow underneath. So this is actually a good tree to have right here because it's going to help control any of the other invasives from sneaking in. So I've noticed a little patch of garlic mustard that's coming up here, which we'll have to remove. But let's take a look at our big beauty. This is a red oak, and you can see, yep, some of the buds are starting to come in. Lovely. And over here we have a beautiful yellow birch. This was a donation from one of our volunteers. Thank you so much. And that should be doing pretty well too. Let's see what else we got. We've got, I believe, a pussy willow over here. Yep, here's our pussy willow. And pussy willows are one of the first native shrubs to come up. So they're fantastic to have in your yard to support the early insects. Because a lot of times we'll get, today's not super warm out, and it was 20 odd degrees the last couple of days. So in spring, it's a really good idea to have early flowering plants in your yard to help support those insects. Now, I believe this is an elderberry. Don't quote me. I'll have to double check on that one. But yeah, everything seems to be doing just fine. Some of them are a little bit slower than others, but they will fill in. Here's another one. Here's some more. And yeah, there's some more regrowth of the buckthorn, but that's actually fairly easy to deal with when it starts coming up. You can usually just take it off right there. And I'm just gonna leave that there because it will not regrow. And what we've been doing here is we've actually been leaving the woody debris down as suppressant. It also helps control some of the Virginia creeper that comes in here. Now, Virginia creeper is a native species, but it can very easily smother new plants, new shrubs. When they're this young, they wouldn't stand a chance if the Virginia creeper really took hold of them. So we also control a little bit of that. I'm hoping the Virginia creeper starts going after some of this buckthorn. Let's take a look in behind here in the meadow as well, because we've done a few things back here over the years. So this doesn't look like much here, but in a couple of months, all of this will be flowering, and we will still have to control a few invasives back here. There's dog strangling vine that typically comes back, but we have lots of red raspberries in here and some native grasses. That's another black walnut tree. And we don't see it yet, but very soon we will be getting the Canada thistle. That's an invasive. It's badly named. We should probably rename it or just start using the Latin. But that comes up all over this place, and we've been controlling that little bit by bit. We have to sort of prioritize some of the species, so the Canada thistle we can get to, over time. So if you haven't checked out this spot, or if you're having trouble with buckthorn, you might want to take a look at this spot. And you can always get in touch with us for more information or for tips on controlling invasives in your yard, or you might want to help us. And we would love to have that. Another beauty day.